I never thought accepting an invitation from my boss would change the way I looked at everything, my career, my self-worth, and my perception of trust. My name is Jessica Morgan, and I had just been promoted to the position of Senior Project Manager at a tech firm in downtown Chicago. My boss, Marcus Turner, was a towering figure in the company, both literally and metaphorically. He stood over 6.5 feet tall and had a commanding presence, but behind that strong exterior was a man known for his fairness, strategic mind, and integrity. Marcus had been with the company for over 10 years and played a huge role in its growth. While many feared his tough love approach, I respected him. He always pushed for excellence and wasn't shy about holding people accountable. So when he invited me over to his house for a post-promotion dinner celebration, I was both surprised and nervous. "Come by around 7, he had said with a warm smile, handing me a handwritten note with his address. Nothing formal, just good food, a bit of music, and some talk about your vision moving forward. I showed up that Friday evening with a bottle of wine in hand, wearing a simple black dress that struck the right balance between casual and elegant. His house was nestled in a quiet neighborhood just outside the city, a beautiful two-story place with a wide porch and tastefully arranged lighting. When Marcus opened the door, he was dressed in a charcoal sweater and jeans, a stark contrast to the suits he wore to work. He greeted me with a hug that felt both genuine and respectful. "Glad you made it," he said. "Come in, make yourself at home." The interior of the house was cozy and inviting. Soft jazz played in the background, and the scent of roasted garlic and herbs wafted in from the kitchen. He led me into the living room where a fire crackled in the fireplace and a tray of appetizers was set out on the coffee table. Over the next hour, we talked about everything. Not just work, but childhood dreams, college stories, and the things we each did to recharge. I learned that Marcus had once played college football, but an injury changed his path. He asked me about my passion for project management and how I kept teams motivated. The conversation was fluid and easy. I hadn't realized how much pressure I had been carrying at work until I felt it lift during that evening. He was genuinely interested in my goals and offered encouragement I didn't know I needed. After dinner, which he cooked himself and was surprisingly delicious, we sat out on the back deck with glasses of wine. The city lights were visible in the distance, but it was quiet and peaceful. "You know, Jessica," Marcus said, swirling the wine in his glass. "A lot of people climb the ladder and forget what it took to get there. But I think you have something special. You lead with both logic and empathy. That matters." I felt my cheeks warm, unsure if it was the wine or the compliment. "Thank you, Marcus. That means a lot coming from you." He nodded, and for a moment, there was a comfortable silence. Then he laughed softly. "You should see your face right now. You look like you're still trying to figure out if this is a performance review." I laughed with him. Maybe a little. I didn't expect the night to be this refreshing. As the night wore on, we continued talking, sharing stories, and even playing a game of cards. It was relaxed and easygoing, not at all what I had feared when I first got the invitation. Eventually, it was time for me to go. Marcus walked me to the door, and as I stepped out onto the porch, he stopped me. "Jessica, before you go, I just want to say one more thing. I'm proud of the work you've done. You deserve this promotion, and I have no doubt you'll do great things. Don't let doubt creep in. You earned this." I smiled, genuinely touched. "Thanks, Marcus. That really means a lot. And thank you for tonight. It was honestly one of the best evenings I've had in a long time." As I drove home, I reflected on the evening. What had started as an intimidating invitation from my huge, intimidating boss turned into a night of encouragement and inspiration. I realized how rare it was to feel seen and supported in the workplace, and even rarer for that support to feel so sincere. Over the weeks that followed, my confidence soared. I led projects with a clearer vision and began mentoring some of the newer team members. Marcus continued to be a great support, giving me the space to lead while always being available for guidance. There was never anything inappropriate or uncomfortable about that night. In fact, it reinforced my belief that strong leadership is about connection, trust, and mutual respect. It was, in many ways, the kind of ride I hadn't expected, not a physical one, but a ride into a more confident, grounded version of myself. Sometimes, the best journeys start in the most surprising places. That night, in Marcus Turner's living room, I took my first real steps into becoming the leader I always hoped to be. And for that, I will always be grateful.